Hello and welcome to the Mr. Online Podcast End of Year Quiz.
Hello.
As per usual, I am Jacob Staten, and as usual, I'm joined by JJ Armstrong.
Merry Christmas, one and all. How are you all doing? Hope you all had a great Christmas, but most importantly, I hope you had a bloody good Boxing Day, because let's face it, it was pretty damn good. So let's get this quiz rolling. We're going to soon turn on the audio for the quiz. Let us know in the comments if it is too loud and sort of goes over us. But if we move to the screen, you should be able to see the details to join the quiz. So if you go to kahoot.it, you can see it on screen now. Or with the Kahoot app, you type in the game pin 2413539. We'll give you a few minutes to make sure that you can get on, and then we'll get rocking and rolling. But it's the Kahoot app. If you're on a mobile, you might need two devices, but the game pin is on screen now. 2413539. But whilst we wait, we've got Goal, we've got Hannah, we've got two people in already. Faye, whilst we're waiting, let's get the scores on the doors with our very own.
Doors right now. We've got
Nottingham Forest, TONB. That's got to be Twitter's own Neil Blake.
Twitter's own Neil Blake.
I love it. We've got the Lockrans. Of course, they're going to show. We've got Kean Burton. We've got Will. Anyone else we've missed? The Trent Sharks. I like that name.
Very nice.
So we'll just give it a few minutes for more people. NFFC Badger, world famous. What's the code? The code is 2413539, and if you head to kahoot.it, I'll just post it on the chat, so you've got it handy. So
if anyone's wondering about the scores around the Premier League as well, it's Brentford 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 3, and Chelsea 1, Palace 0. Steve Cooper, soon to be Steve Cooper's Crystal Palace.
So we've got the Shybrook Reds joining. We've got Brian H. We've got 2413539. That is the actual pin. So I like the dedication to the pin. World famous. I think we've already mentioned world famous. There's a few of you starting to show up. So, like I say, we'll give it. Did everyone enjoy yesterday? Nelson Southside is in. Unbelievable.
Here we go.
Now we're talking.
Never would have believed it.
It shows that you can actually work technology. James, welcome, James. So. The reason you're playing today is we're going to have a few prizes. Knock on wood, I like that. We're going to have a few prizes. So Jacob's going to run you down what's at stake today.
So for 5 of the 7 rounds, JJ,
he sounds convincing.
You can win yourself a hand-painted, hand-sign-righted Nottingham Forest misrolling in sign. We will ship that to you, free and gratis. 2 of the rounds will be from our sponsor, Football Prizes. God bless you guys for giving this to you. So one round win will be 2 entry tickets to the next Nottingham Forest competition run by Football Prizes, and then the other round win will be a £10 site credit for Football Prizes. If you've never been to Football Prizes before, you buy almost basically raffle tickets, aren't they? And you can win loads of super awesome Forest prizes, signed shirts and framed good stuff and things like that.
All the good stuff, yeah.
All the good stuff. This quiz is free to play, but we are doing it in support of Rene House. Rene House CIC provides supported accommodation for homeless adults and families across Nottinghamshire, which I'm sure is something very close to everyone's hearts this time of the year as the weather's getting even worse and it's Christmas time. Any donations help them provide hygiene packs, new bedding, food parcels, vouchers, pay for outings on support sessions and the support itself. You can use the link in our bio to donate. Donations are not compulsory, but any support and donations are greatly appreciated by the residents and the Rene House team. It's just, like I say, this quiz is free to do, and we're doing it out because we love Forest and we love questions and we love quizzes. But yeah, we just wanted to if anyone wants to give anything, that'd be sensational.
So we've had Knock on Wood join. We've had Woody Boy. We've had Would You Rather. I'm seeing quite a bit of a theme here. The hat trick of Woods up top. That's no coincidence. No coincidence.
Rocking around the Chris Wood tree. Easy money.
I'll take it. So,
Brian Harvey, what's the code?
I've done it. Yeah.
Done it. How do I do it? Sorry, guys.
Oh my God. Jacob's going to talk to you while I sort my mother out.
Sorry.
Right, Jacob, talk to them. We'll start in a minute. We're just trying to get people that can't use technology like Michelle. I told you to do it on a piece of paper because you won't be able to watch it.
What?
Just watch it on YouTube and write it down. Okay. Right, sorry about that, everyone. Right. So I think we've got 18 people in. I think that's enough. If anyone's watching this back, obviously you can't play this game live, but feel free to get yourself a pen and paper and just play along out of interest. So what we'll do is we'll start. I think we're ready.
Let's go.
So let's go. We're starting. Let us know if the audio is too loud in the music. Just let us know.
So round 1 is 5 questions, and question 1 is: how many times have the mighty Garibaldi won the FA Cup? Once, twice, 3 times, or 4 times, Joshua?
Well, I can't tell the answer, can I?
No, you can't, mate. No. So the quicker you answer, the more points you get. And once you get a minute and a half, JJ, to answer every question.
Minute and a half, yeah.
But once everyone's answered it, it times out as well. So that's thankfully very great.
We've got 16 answers so far. Some slowpokes still deliberating it. The mighty Garibaldi, a big club, has won the FA Cup how many times? Once, twice, 3 times, or 4 times? You should be able to see the answer on your screen as well. If you want to press that, it should show.
Yeah. Scores on the doors real quick. Still 3-1 and 1-0. Everton and City to kick off in 5.5 minutes.
5 of you went for once, which is wrong. 1 of you went for 3 times, but 12 of you, which is a good showing, went for twice.
Absolutely fantastic. That's right. So 1897-98 season, long time ago, and then just a long time ago, which was 1958-59.
But I guess we'll probably add a third this season, I'm guessing.
Whoa.
We'll add a third. So scoreboard on the doors. Twitter's O'Neill Blake up the top, 993. He must have been very quick. We've got James in 2nd place. We've got Shybrook Reds in 3rd place. We've got Knock on Wood, and we've got Faye. So it's all very close after the first question.
Excellent. Right, question 2. Cloughie's men were promoted to the 1st division in 1977, finishing in 3rd place. But who finished above us? Bolton and Blackpool, Chelsea and Wolves, Blackpool and Wolves, Wolves and Bolton.
There's a few easy ones as well for those that aren't born back in the day. Youngsters like me, kids like me.
It's obviously pre-playoffs as well, which was, I don't know, anyone who enjoyed Billy Davies the first time round would have enjoyed this. Right. We've got 4 for Bolton and Blackpool, 9 for Chelsea and Wolves, 3 for Blackpool and Wolves, and 4 for Wolves and Bolton. And the correct answer is Chelsea and Wolves. Well done if you got that correct.
The Lockrans are the highest climber.
Oh, there we go.
They might be climbing high, but I can't see you on the leaderboard. So come on, Lockrans, try a bit harder there.
We're looking at Faye.
We've got Faye as the new leader with 1924. Twitter's O'Neill Blake nosedive there. And judging by the score, he must have got it wrong. He thought better of him. Knock on wood climbing up again, though. You wouldn't expect anything else from a Wood fan.
Here we go. All right, question 3. Paul Hart replaced David Platt in 2000 for the 2000-2001 season. But who was our top league scorer as we finished 11th? Jack Lester, Andy Reid, Chris Bart-Williams, or Marlon Harewood?
Some players in there, I tell you.
Some players in there. How old were you, JJ, at the start of this season, 2000?
In 2000, I'd have been 7. I was born in 1993.
I'd have been 9. I remember the millennium.
Yeah, you're old. You're a lot older than me. I was a wee kid.
So that's Jack Lester, Andy Reid, Chris Bart-Williams, and Marlon Harewood. I think that's nearly every answer. Here we go.
So only 5 got it right.
Only 5 got it right. And the correct answer is Chris Bart-Williams.
A lot went for Marlon Harewood, which I know the answer, but I think I'd have gone for that.
Chris Bart-Williams with 14 league goals there.
So Shybrook Reds have jumped up. Faye's moved off the top spot. Twitter's O'Neill Blake, nowhere to be seen.
Nowhere to be seen.
Knock on wood, nowhere to be seen.
Kean Burton flying up, Woody Boy flying up.
Lovely to see. A bit of movement. So the person that's at the top of the leaderboard after this next question is the winner of the first sign, which we showcase.
Two-part question?
No, one part.
Oh, okay.
Is there 2 more questions?
Yeah,
there's 2 more questions. So the person at the top of the next 2 questions wins. There's lots to play for.
So, question 4. Who did we play in our last game before the COVID-enforced break? Sheffield Wednesday, Millwall, Barnsley, or Bristol City?
Bad time to be alive, that was, wasn't it?
Terrible time to be alive. Terrible time to know.
Especially because of the result.
If anybody needs the memory jogging, there was a man walking around outside the club shop with a replica of the Champions League trophy for everyone to hold up. And me, Jeffrey, and my father and uncle had a photo taken with it.
There you go. That's a brilliant story, Jacob. There was a lot worse going on at that time. A lot worse.
Not quite at that time.
But this was the last game before the COVID break. Who did we play? Sheffield Wednesday, Millwall, Barnsley, or Bristol?
What's that? The Owls, the Lions, the Tykes, or the Robins?
Not a good lineup, is it?
No.
So there we go. 7 of you got the correct answer, which was, of course, Millwall. So the scoreboard is...
Who's jumped? Shirebrook Reds.
Still there.
Flying, look.
Still
Absolutely
there.
flying. So, that's a huge change. Apart from Shirebrook Reds at the top.
They want this sign. I'm telling you, they want this
sign.
sign. So the leader after this next question gets a sign. I got it wrong before. So all to play for.
Here we go. Question 5 then. What was the score in that game? Was it 3-0 to Millwall, 2-1 to Forest, 1-0 to Forest, or 3-1 to Millwall?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Hopefully.
That's Sabri Lamouchi there. Look.
There he is. Wonder what he's doing these days. Old Sabri.
That's an excellent question. Let's have a look. Sabri Lamouchi. He was at Cardiff, wasn't he?
Is he still at Cardiff?
Most recently manager of Cardiff City. So he is currently on the rock and roll.
There you go. Doing well? You don't know.
Don't know.
I don't know.
I hope he is.
Yeah, I like Sabri. Only 8 got it right.
And that was a 3-0 drubbing. Fun fact, I was in the TBI before half-time.
Was it 3-0 before half-time?
It was 3-0 before half-time with a Matt Smith hat-trick.
That's not the way you want your last game before the
That is
COVID break.
not the way we want to go. So who is top of the shop? We at Shirebrook
Shirebrook
Reds flying by 20 points. You are the first winner of a hand-signed written sign.
If you want to collect your prize, message us on Twitter and we can organise it. Or Instagram, whatever you prefer. The details are in the description. Well done.
Right.
Beautiful sign here. Still a lot to play for, though. It's very close still. We've seen a lot of movement.
Right, so round 2 is sponsored by Football Prizes. There are 5 questions, and am I right in thinking it's double points, Joshua?
It's double points around, a lot to play
Double
for.
points. So this is for, and I believe JJ is going to correct me if I'm wrong. This one is for 2 free entry tickets to the next Forest competition run by Football Prizes.
The eventual prize, if you won, could be worth a lot more.
Oh, yes.
You've got to be in it to win it.
One of our long-time listeners won previously, didn't they?
So double points.
What year were the Tricky Trees founded? 1865, 1866, 1845, or 1846? That's what year were the Tricky Trees founded? 1865, 1866, or 1845, or 1846? So, only 4 of you got that wrong, and the correct answer is, of course, the Garibaldi that we wear with pride was made in 1865. And top of the shop, top of the leaderboard is still Shirebrook Reds.
Toffolio's highest climber. I assume that is actually Harry himself. Probably spelled his own name wrong.
That would be sensational if he had spelt his own name wrong. So, question 7, JJ?
Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows?
I'm just going to shut this door. Jacob's going to carry on.
I am going to carry on. Forest went and won the first division in 77-78. How many points clear of second place Liverpool were we? 5, 6, 7, or 8? I believe this was still when it was 2 points for a win as well, JJ.
2 points for a win?
2 points for a win.
It's a
You
bit
probably don't know
before
what
my
I'm
time.
talking about.
Way before my time, that.
Way before. So Forest went and won the first division in 1977-78. It was only Cloughie could, straight from promotion. How many points clear of second place Liverpool? Bearing in mind that's probably one of the best teams of all time, Liverpool as well.
Really? Don't like the sound of that.
I don't like the sound of that either, but facts are facts, my mate. And 9 of you, 4, how many? 4 of you got it right. It was 7 points.
Hard question.
7 points.
Hard
Yep.
question.
You got to be there. You got to be there to know it, I think.
Will is smashing it with the highest answer streak of 5 and he's jumped
Wowee.
up to the top. Those double points have made a
Absolutely
difference for Will.
Jumped himself up. Well done, Will.
We said at the same time.
And question 3 in round 2. In May 2003, we lost in the playoff semi-finals to Neil Warnock Sheffield United. What was the score in the home leg? 3-1 Sheffield United, 2-1 Forest, 1-0 Forest, or 1-1?
Look at
It says Neil Warnock, but I'm very certain his name's Colin
something.
Colin something.
It's an anagram or something. I'm sure everyone knows what it is.
I remember listening to these games on the radio.
Yes, I remember that. I remember the away leg. I was quite upset in the away leg. I remember.
The away leg was a weeknight, wasn't it? A late finish, I think.
Wasn't too happy about that one. I guess Forest and playoffs typically didn't go too well at this time.
No.
Well,
it's only gone well once, hasn't it?
Did we change that? I think we might have gone.
So in May 2003, we lost in the playoff semi-finals to Neil Warnock, Sheffield United. What was the score in the home leg? 1-3, 2-1, 1-0, or 1-1? 30 seconds left.
Someone's deliberating it. They're not so sure.
Can't blame you. So the correct score, only 4 of you got it right, was 1-1.
1-1.
I believe we lost the second leg 4-3, which would be 5-4 on aggregate. And who's jumped to the top? Shybrook Reds back on top.
Back in the game.
Back on top.
Nelson Southsider is the highest climber.
Oof.
Not sure I believe that one.
I'm not sure I believe that one.
There you go. Hannah's jumped up. She's now on the podium. She's in 3rd place. Shybrook Reds retain the lead, knocking Will off the top spot.
Sensational. So question 4 of round 2. In January 2021, we took James Garner on loan from Manchester United. But where was he on loan for the first half of the season?
What a player.
Norwich City, Watford, Birmingham City, or Everton? So that's the Canaries, the Hornets,
Wayne
the
Rooney's
Blues,
Birmingham City.
the Blues, or the Toffees.
Fun fact, it was 1981 when it became 3 points, says our dear friend Nick Hemphill.
God bless you.
Thank you, Nick.
1981.
There
Wow.
you go.
I thought it was later than that, actually. No, look at him.
Look at
Look at
the
him.
beautiful young man. What a player.
Oh, they've just kicked off against City, haven't they? So
He should be
he
playing
is
for
playing.
Forest.
He is. Well, he's playing tonight, isn't he? Oh, Crystal Palace Chelsea's 1-1 now. Michael Elise equalises for half time.
There you go. And 14 of you got that right. Of course, it was Watford.
The Hornets of very North London.
Let's see how that affects the scoreboard. Knock on wood. Moved up.
Shybrook Reds. Good lord.
Smashing it.
Good lord.
So the last question of this round.
Last question, round 5. So who did Danilo score his first ever Forest goal against? Brighton, Southampton, Chelsea, or Arsenal? Who did Danilo score his first ever Forest goal against? Brighton, Southampton, Chelsea, or Arsenal? So the Seagulls, the Saints, the Lions, Chelsea?
You love the nicknames, don't you?
I do, mate. I do.
You love the nicknames. I think that picture might be from him celebrating as well. Unconfirmed.
Unconfirmed. Yes, I think so.
Okay.
Oh, there might be a clue with the goalkeeper on the floor. If anyone can figure that
It's
out.
slightly obscured by the boot, so if you can figure it out from that, then well done.
I'm not even. I don't think he's their first choice anymore.
There you go. Well, obviously not, because Danilo scored against
There you
them.
go. Given the old Danny Robos.
So is it Brighton, Southampton, Chelsea, or Arsenal? Correct answer that 10 of you got was Brighton,
Brighton and Hove Albion. There we go.
which we beat them 3-1. Is that right?
We did. We did.
A good result on the way to survival last season. So at the end of that round, the winner of the football prizes prize is again Shybrook Reds. 2 prizes, Shybrook Reds.
Good
So
lord.
you know what? Messages with that one as well on Twitter. Or Instagram, whatever you prefer, and we will organise the prize for you. But James and Knock on Wood have come up, and Jacko is the highest climber. So it's still all to play for, Jacob.
There's one more double points per round as well, isn't there?
There's a few double points mixed within this.
And just a reminder as well, the quicker you answer the question, the more points you get.
There you go. Should have said that earlier, probably.
No, I did.
Okay, good.
There you
Keep
go.
on your toes.
Easy money.
So over to round 3, Jacob. What is round 3?
Round 3 is 90s football shirts. If you can put the shorts into
Come on.
shirts into chronological order of eldest at the top to youngest at the bottom. I believe you have to get every single one in the correct order to get the points,
it's
Joshua.
tough. But
Toughy.
I believe it's double points on this one.
Is it?
I believe so.
You believe so?
We'll soon find out, but it's tough. So you deserve it if you get this right. So,
And the winner of this round gets themselves. Oh no, Shybrook Red's got the football prizes.
yes.
So the
this
winner of
one's
this
to the
round
side.
gets a sign.
unless Shirebrook Reds is at the top again, then we'll go to second place because I'm not sure you want that many signs. Or maybe you do. Let us know.
Maybe you do, yeah. Maybe you do. Ooh, 5 answers so far. 7 answers.
We've got a message from Jan, who did our latest A Fan's View. He says he's playing. How much for a copy of the answer sheet? What name our price?
Name our price.
I'm afraid we can't do that. Let us know what your username is, Jan, and we can check it out. Make sure we keep an eye out for you. Of course, he did a great job at his vlog for the fans' view, so you can check that out on the channel after this quiz.
I think probably the best way of doing this one is to look at the sponsors, I think.
You give them a tip.
Tip at this point, yeah.
It's a difficult one.
Just over a minute left if you've not put your answers in yet.
I would definitely struggle with this one. I think it is difficult. But there's some beautiful kits on display.
Probably just about predates my my interesting kits and my crippling addiction to Foot Manager.
Yes. Yeah. Which one was your favourite out of these 4?
My favourite out of these 4 is probably the Shipstons one, I think. Pinstripe. First year of the Premier League, I believe.
Incredible. 8 people got that right.
Oof.
That's very good. I'm surprised at that.
So the oldest is the Pinstripe Shipstons kit. Then we have the black-shouldered Labatt's kit. Then we have the second Labatt's kit with the black stripe through the black half stripe through the middle with the big collar. Oh, they've both all got big collars. It's the 90s. And then the last one is the Pinnacle kit.
Classic.
If you got that in the correct order, all 8 of you, well done.
How does that change the
Shirebrook Reds?
Good Lord. Easy. So what we'll do is we'll give that to Will, as Shirebrook Reds has already won a sign. So Will, if you want to message us on Twitter or Instagram, we will arrange the sign for you. Absolutely. But well done. And Shirebrook Reds is absolutely smashing.
It's currently 2024. So if everyone
it's 2023.
8:24. If you want to, are we doing a break now, JJ?
Give them a minute. We'll give them a minute.
Give them a minute.
If you want to get yourself a drink, you're more than welcome to. Have a break. But don't leave us. Don't you dare leave us.
You're not allowed.
Perfect time for you to message us and get your prize.
Check the scores. Still 3-1 Wolves. Nearly half time. 6 minutes added on. Palace versus Chelsea's 1-1, and Everton City is 0-0.
0-0. And what's your prediction for Saturday, Jacob? Forest playing Man United. You feeling confident after yesterday's performance?
United are a very peculiar team. I was extremely happy half-time yesterday. Well, United, extremely happy.
Oh, yeah, they came back to win 3-2, didn't they?
They did, but I still don't really know how. John McGinn had one cleared off the line. Villa should have been clear. I think it was only them kind of getting... The way they play, they get very stretched, don't they? Very, very stretched. Yeah, interesting.
Whilst we've got a break, we've got a special guest in.
Ruby Red Dog.
Check, you can see her. Ruby Red Dog. There she is.
Not show.
Okay. Right. Take it back in there.
Oh, thanks, Josh.
So, what we'll do is we'll move on. I think that's enough time, and we'll move on to round 4.
Round 4. Drums, please.
And what does the winner of this round get, Jake?
The winner at the end of this round gets themselves a Nottingham Forest written sign.
Like this one.
Zing, 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 zing. It may be different.
It might be different.
Like,
but it's
when your mum used to buy her Power Rangers from Argos, the colour may vary.
Yeah.
But
and the quality dependent on the price.
There we go.
Round 4, let's go for it.
So, can you name the Argentinian team that wear red because of Forest? Is it River Plate, Rosario Central, Independiente, or Arsenal Sarandi? Can you name the Argentinian team that wear red because of Forest? More context will be given once the answers have flown in. Maybe anyone who's familiar with Argentinian football, maybe an easy answer.
We've got a comment from NFFC Badger. Great quiz, lads. Got about the shirt question. I got the order. Or should not click the right spot. They do say that, don't they? I think it's a very difficult one. It's hard to match the
I think I would have got the Labatt's ones the wrong way around, if I'm being honest.
It's difficult, very difficult.
So the answers are in, and only 4 of you got it right, is Independiente. So after seeing Forest on a tour of South Africa in 1905, the Independiente president was enamored by our red shirts, calling us Diablos Rojos, which is the Red Devils, which is also the Independiente nickname to this day.
Enamored. Great word. Let's move on. How does that affect the scoreboard? Not much movement, but knock on wood. Charlotte Reds doing very well. Nottingham Wood's now moved up to 4th place. And Would You Rather is the highest climber.
Would you rather? Here we go. Right. Question 2. One of Cloughie's first signings was future club legend John McGovern, but who did we sign him from? So one of Cloughie's first signings was future club legend John McGovern, but who did we sign him from? I believe he certainly was, wasn't he? After being on commentary duty, he was a club director of some kind? Club ambassador, maybe under Fawaz?
Sure, I'm sure Nick Hemphill, who's our fact checker, it seems, he always lets us know the real stuff. Can let us know if he had any sort of
Also,
prominence.
if you've got an opinion on John McGovern's commentary, I'd like to hear it, because I have my opinion.
I've never heard him do commentary, I don't think.
What?
When was that?
Mid Fawaz, so probably
for good reason.
longer time than you think it was ago that he last did it, but
Yes.
a little bit dry for me.
14 of you got that right. A lot of John McGovern fans in the room. Of course, it is.
Leeds United. He did play for Derby County before Leeds. He was one of Cloughie's signings at Leeds. And obviously, he was part of the ill-fated Bammed United, which is in book format and film format with a very good Michael Sheen portraying Cloughie.
Other films are available. So how does that affect the scoreboard? Obviously, Charlotte Reds, highest answer streak of 6, still at the top. Nottingham Wood climbing, though, and Hannah's back in the game.
Here we go.
Will is knocking on the door, and Nottingham Wood is knocking on Will's door. We're getting close.
Right, question 3. Colin Calderwood joined us as manager in 2006, but from which club? So this is really the start of time where I started following Forest properly as a smelly, spotty 15-year-old. Started going down with my pals.
Not much has changed.
Not much has changed, no.
So it's Barnsley, Cambridge United, Hibernian, or Northampton Town. And there he is in that picture there, looking handsome as ever.
The Tykes they use, I don't know what Hibs' nickname is.
Hibs?
Hibs, yeah, maybe, yeah.
I guess.
Or the Cobblers.
Ooh.
Cobblers. I was going to say Saints, but that's the rugby team, isn't it?
13 got that right, of course. I say of course. I didn't know the answers to this, but
Northampton Town.
Northampton Town.
He also signed Luke Chambers from Northampton Town as well at the same time.
There you go. Twitter's own Neil Blake has just hit the answer streak of 4.
4 answer streak. Go on.
Is he coming back into the game? Let's find out.
We were promoted to Premier League in the 2021-22 season, but who was our league top goal scorer? Was it Brennan Johnson, baby? Was it the lazy Lewis Grabban? Was it sensational Sam Surridge? Or was it Keenan Davis? I can't think of anything that rhymes with K. Killer Keenan Davis.
Nice. Lazy Lewis Grabban's a bit harsh, though.
It's not. He scored lots of goals, but he was lazy.
Okay. Lethal could have gone for a lethal boot.
I'm going to split opinion here, but
McGovern was an ambassador, apparently.
there you go.
Lewis Grabban, I'm sure he's watching here now. He's one of these 19. 16 got it right. Went for Brennan Johnson, baby, I believe he called it.
Brennan Johnson, baby, yeah.
4 went for Lewis Grabban, which,
Would have been a good shout.
He was the highest top scorer the year before. How close was it? What was the close?
There were 3 goals in between them.
3 goals. And Brennan Johnson won with how many?
16 league goals.
Wow.
There you go.
He was on fire. How's that affect it?
Fuego.
Will and Brian H.
Oh,
moving
catching
ever
up
closer.
with a double points round still to come.
Hannah is back in the game. 3 in a row. She's on the streak.
Here we go. Next question. Who made the most total appearances that season, both league and cup games?
This was the 2021-22 season.
Is it Ryan Yates, Brennan Johnson, Scott McKenna, Philip Zinkernagel? Where is Zinkernagel now, anyway? Is he playing in Belgium?
You're about to tell me, I'm sure.
I am.
Club Bruges.
Club Bruges.
I-
He played one game. He fell out with what else was manager? He from the playoff. He Corberan was Olympiacos manager, and he fell out with him. He went on loan to Standard Liège. Did really well, and now he's at Club Bruges.
Typical Miss Rolling in podcast, talking Cobblers again.
Oh, Northampton Town.
Yes.
It's a joke, mate. Come on.
I get it.
Did you?
Yeah, you said it just then. Who made the most total appearances that season? Ryan Yates, Brennan Johnson, Scott McKenna, or Zinkernagel? I loved Zinkernagel. I
think he was underrated, wasn't he?
Very good in the championship. Very good player.
I think maybe we missed him last season, like we maybe missed Brennan Johnson this season.
I'm not so sure he would have made the step up. But
No, but you've got to give him a chance, I think. For him to go to Olympiacos was a weird one, I think.
Only one person got it right.
One
I
person?
think you were tricked because you thought it can't possibly be Brennan Johnson twice, but it was Brennan
Ryan Yates
Johnson.
would have been a good shout, but he didn't really start the season particularly well, did he?
Yeah. So Jacob's going to tell you how many appearances that actually was.
Let's have a look. So it was 53 appearances in total. Next down was Yates and McKenna on both on 51 and Zinkernagel on 50. As we got to the FA Cup quarter-final, I want to say.
A lot of appearances, a lot of games there. A very large amount of games.
Played all the league games possible, my mate.
Is that it? Is that for that round?
That is that for that round, yeah. Let's have a look.
So the winner of the sign is not Shy But Reds because he's already won one. And not Will because he's already won one, but Brian H. Brian H. So Brian, if you want to get in contact on our Twitter or Instagram, whatever you prefer, we'll arrange that prize for you.
Right then.
But 3 players lost their answer streak of 3 on that question.
Oof.
Only one person.
Was a toughie.
Right. It was.
So question 5, which is
round 5.
Round 5. You get another hand sign, written sign.
Another sign. Jeff's
Another
very
sign.
busy.
Here we go. So question 1, what was our first home ground? What was Nottingham Forest's first home ground?
That picture does not relate to it. That is just
a ground.
Old picture. I think it might be the Forest ground, City ground.
That is the main stand, isn't it? Because it's still exactly the same.
But it's just don't let that
asbestos,
influence you. Or maybe it can influence you.
Okay.
So it's not a clue. I can tell you that.
Answers are City ground, Wallerton Park, Forest Recreation, or Castle ground.
Zink arrived before Corban at Olympiacos and was playing. Then Corban arrived and hated Zink and throws him out soon after Corban was sacked. That sounds very dramatic.
There we go.
Where's
Corban now?
He went back to the Championship, I believe. West Brom? Did he go to West
Yeah, he's
Brom?
at West Brom. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely.
He's a good manager. He's a good manager.
Yeah, he was at Leeds, wasn't he, under Bielsa?
He was. And then Huddersfield, obviously, which would be Olympiacos, but it sounds like he's fallen out with Marinakis, maybe. Is that a common theme? Who knows?
What a terrible, terrible shock.
Yes. 16 got that right. It was Forest Recreation.
Which is the only place that I would personally consider if we were to ever to move.
Interesting.
Interested
to tell your thoughts on that. So, Will's got the highest answer streak of 5. He's closing in.
He's closing in. I think this double points round's gonna come for you. So the closest Brian Clough got to the FA Cup was the 1991 final versus Spurs. But who put Forest ahead before our extra time defeat? Roy Keane, Nigel Clough, Stuart Pearce, or a Paul Stewart own goal?
Who?
So the closest Brian Clough got to the FA Cup was the 1991 final versus Spurs. But who put Forest ahead before our extra time defeat? Roy Keane, Nigel Clough, Stuart Pearce, or a Paul Stewart own goal?
Got some lovely feedback from my uncle who says it's the worst quiz ever.
I think that probably just means he's not doing too well. A whole 17 of you got that correct. That was Stuart Pearce. And JJ's going to chuckle because I'm going to tell you my fun fact about that game. What was that, JJ?
Jacob was born that day, and he's told it, I think, every day of his life since.
Every day of my life since. My father sat in City Hospital with me in one arm and 2 tickets in the other.
Next.
Oh.
Still the same 5.
Oh, God, look at that 5. Flying.
Remaining strong.
Forest were promoted back to the Championship on the 3rd of May 2008. But who did we beat that day to secure second place? Leeds United, Tranmere Rovers, Ipswich Town, or Yeovil Town? That was the first season I had a season ticket, JJ.
Really?
It was. So that's Leeds United, Tranmere Rovers, Ipswich Town, or Yeovil Town. So that's, what's Leeds' name? Lily White.
Oh, who knows?
Dirty. Tranmere Rovers, the name?
You're supposed to be the one that knows.
I know. Rovers, Tractor Boys, or Yeovil. 13, if you got it right, it was Yeovil Town, of course. We banished those horrific playoff memories from the year previously. That second leg was also coincidentally on my 16th birthday, so that was fun.
Bloody hell, it's all about you, isn't it?
It's all about my birthday, my mate.
9 players just hitting that streak of 3, and we've got some movement. Knock on wood's now moved up to 3rd, and Twitter's own Neil Blake has made another appearance.
He's back on the leaderboard. Here we go.
We're getting it.
So at the end of last season, we somehow managed up with Dean Henderson and Keylor Navas as our goalkeepers. But who played more Premier League games, Dean Henderson or Keylor Navas?
What would you give to have either of them back right now?
I'd give both Matt Turner, Odysseus Vlachodimos, and any youth team goalkeeper.
Hennessy, Horvath, all of them.
All of them. Oh, yeah, Horvath.
This is technically 50-50. Technically, so.
Come and get your black bin bags.
I don't know what that means.
You're not seen Geeks Nights?
Have you? Okay.
There you go. Long and black and slender.
There's Dean Henderson in the picture hugging Keylor Navas.
What a time to be alive that was, wasn't it, with Keylor Navas in goal?
Would you take him back in January? If Keylor Navas wanted to come back, would you take him back?
I would snap your hand off, I think, right now.
There you go. I'm sure you'd take Dean Henderson as well.
Yes.
I miss it.
Yes. I would have took Dean Henderson any point over the summer.
Oh, it's split opinion.
Oh, the correct answer, only 80 of you got it right, it was Dean Henderson. Dean Henderson played 18 games, and Keylor Navas in 17. If you remember correctly, the one that's missing was Wayne Hennessy played in one game, or played a full game, started one game. And then Steve Cooper looked at that and went, absolutely no chance as he ended my season.
There you go. And how did that affect the leaderboard? Combo breaker. 7 players just dropped their answer streak of 3, but it didn't affect the leaderboard.
Will took a little step closer, didn't he?
He did. Next.
So, question 5 of this round, the last question. In 2020, a home defeat to Stoke saw Nottingham Forest miss out on the playoffs. What was the score that day? Was it 4-0 Stoke, 5-1 Stoke, 4-2 Stoke, or 4-1 Stoke? That should have been the end of Sabri Lamouche that day, shouldn't it?
Possibly.
I think the empty ground doesn't help.
No.
Fan base like ours. It's a bit like Sheffield United in the Premier League, wasn't it?
It was a bad day, that was. Leading up to it, people kept saying there's no chance that you're going to bottle this. And I said, believe me, we will.
Was it a 6-goal sway we needed?
Yes, bad news. But 9 people got that right, and it was 4-1. So how does that affect the scores? Shabbat Red's still there.
Will
Twitter saying Neil Blake's moving up. So
here we go.
Knock on wood, you have won yourself a sign. Shabbat Reds and Will have already won. So drop us a message on Twitter or Instagram. You know the score by now.
So Forest needed at least a draw against the Potters to guarantee. No, we didn't need. We could have lost, couldn't we?
We needed a draw.
We needed a draw to guarantee it, but we could have lost with a 6-goal sway, and Swansea won 4-1 after going 1-0 down, I think.
Bad times.
Will
indeed. Has the highest answer streak of 9. 9 questions.
Absolutely smoking. So was it knock on wood with that sign?
Wood, yeah.
Sensational. So round 6, sponsored by Football Prizes. I'm just going to scroll up. Give me a moment, everyone. This prize is one £10 site credit for Football Prizes. So you can bid on or buy raffles for whatever you so wish or so desire going forwards up to the tune of £10.
Free money.
Free money. Print it yourself.
So what's the premise of this, Jacob?
The premise of this. So in the 2010s, we spent every single season in the Championship. I've picked 5 seasons at random, and you have to guess where we finished that season. To help jog your memory, we've picked you will hear the Christmas number 1 from that year. And basically there'll be a slider on screen, slide to where you think we finished, and then hit submit. You only get a point if you get it right.
It's difficult.
Double point round, JJ?
I believe so.
So if you get it right, you get it double right. There you go.
Double points. There you go. It's worth a lot.
So where did we finish in 2010, 2011? This is Billy Davis era 1. I think it's 2nd season. The number 1 that year was Matt Cardle with
When We Collide.
A terrible cover of a terrible song. There we go.
Oh, come on. It's a brilliant song. I'll have nothing bad said about that song.
Ooh,
I liked Matt Cardle. I think maybe voted for him at the time. Also, maybe didn't. But I liked him. What's he doing now? I'm sure he's not doing too much. It's a horrible video. See, people aren't going to answer because they just want to listen to the banger, you see. There you go. Make sure you hit submit once you've locked in your number. I think this is quite difficult.
Thank Brian Clough. We've only got a minute and a half of this.
Yeah, some would argue too long. Like my uncle who's getting mardy because he can't get them right. He's saying it's too long.
Too long. Here we go. So
quite a variation of answers
quite
here.
a variation of answers.
What's it going to be?
Oh, the correct answer is 6th place. That was the season we lost in the playoffs to Swansea over 2 legs. If anyone remembers, in the first leg, they had Neil Taylor sent off after about 60 seconds. the City ground went crazy, and then they ground out a 0-0 and whooped us 3-1 in the away leg.
Not too good at playoffs, were we?
Put us to the sword. Put us to the sword. We weren't, JJ. We weren't.
Will still
Oh,
got a
look
streak
at
going.
neck
10.
and neck. Remember, this is double points, everyone. So get your sliders at the hand.
Sliders at the hand.
Sliders at the So question 2. Where did we finish in 2012, 2013, which is Billy Davies era 2, which I like to refer to as unfinished business. Number 1 is some kind of awful cover of He Ain't Heavy, He's My Brother.
By
The
Justice
Collective. I have not heard this song. Have you, JJ?
I have not heard this song ever. No, actually, maybe I have. It sounds relatively familiar.
Listening to this is how I've come to understand that people like Lad Baby can be Christmas number 1.
Well, if it's the Justice Collective,
Oh.
it must be for an important thing.
It's the Dewsop, isn't it? From the house parties.
I don't know. We've got Christmas
Justice
number 1.
Collective. What on earth is that? The Justice Collective. Musical artist. Peter Hooton of the Farm. Why do I not know
For
that?
the Hillsborough disaster.
Here we go. So the answers we have flying in. There's a wide range here, Joshua.
Someone's gone to the 3rd. I bloody wish.
That was actually season 1 of Billy Davies, wasn't it? The correct answer is 8th. We finished just outside the playoffs. If my memory serves me correctly, it was an Anthony knockout goal for, I want to say Leicester. And it was a 2-2 draw last game of the season. It might have been Brighton. 2-2 draw last game of the season. But yeah.
6 people got that right.
Well done.
Fate is
Oh,
like
Will's jumped up. Look at that.
Wow.
Hannah climbing the charts. Knock
Will.
on wood, flying. Twitter's own Neil Blake still 5th place.
Shy but Reds. You couldn't bottle this, could you? This is like Stoke on the last day.
Question 3. So where did we finish in the 2014-15 season? We ended that season with Dougie Freeman as manager. The Xmas number 1 was Ben Haynow with Something I Need. Once again, I have not got a clue what this is.
X Factor, I think. I think he's from X Factor. And I think
Here
they
he is in
always
his
just
van,
got
look. In his van.
rags to riches story, I'm sure. Just your average, everyday,
Look at him.
good-looking plumber, I'm sure. And
Very high hair.
Who can sing?
That was in there, wasn't it? Very
ooh,
high
it's got
hair.
a bit of a goatee going on.
Well, he would have a goatee if Cheryl Tweedy was on.
Look at
Cheryl
that.
Cole's
Oh.
off screen.
Ben Haynow's not a name you hear that often anymore, is it?
Bruno.
So, got a
Oh,
wide
race from
range.
second. Under Dougie, ending with Dougie Freeman. All the way down to 17th.
What's it going to be?
Where is it gonna be? 14th. Dougie Freeman's reign. I had a season ticket under Dougie Freeman. I think that was the season we started with Stuart Pearce. I distinctly remember us beating Bournemouth, and we held the record at the time, and I don't know if it's a record anymore of the win with the lowest possession. We scored a penalty and a free kick.
There you go.
Went
5
2-1
people
at the
got
City
that
ground.
right. Keane Burton's the highest climber and
Well,
Will
look
retains
at
his
that,
top
look.
spot. Twitter's
Knock
O'Neill
on wood,
Blake.
chasing down Shirebrook Reds as well.
Good comeback there. Twitter's O'Neill Blake. We had high faith in you. You've got to do better than this. You're doing all right. You're on the podium.
So where did we finish in the 2016-17 season? And this is the season that ended with Mark Wolverton as manager. The number 1 song was Rockabye by Clean Bandit, which JJ has assured me is a banger.
It is a banger. And Andy tells us that Everton are going to win in 1-0.
Ooh,
They're on fire.
absolute right.
Against
Jack
City.
Harrison, Dwight McNeil assist.
Yeah. So they will go above
Spiders.
Forest if they win. That is
They
mental.
will.
Knockout now plays at Valenciennes in League 2.
Twat.
I've got a knockout signed shirt at home.
If you ever put it on,
It's very small.
in fairness,
It
if
is
you'd
very
ever put it
small.
on, it'd still be on because you won't be able to get it off. Would you?
Yeah, it is. It is. That's why he's a professional footballer and not fat like me.
The answers are ranging from 21st all the way up to 9th. And the correct answer is 21st. Yes. This was the season when we beat Ipswich on the last game of the season. Ipswich?
I think it was Jordan Smith saved that one.
He made a
lovely.
save, yes. He made a save. There we go.
8 people got that right. How
Well done.
effect.
Oh,
Twitter,
well,
Blake.
look, he's flying. Look, knock on wood. Less than 1,000 behind Shirebrook Reds now. Hannah flying up. Brian
He's back in the
back in the
podium
top 5.
at the expense of Twitter's O'Neill Blake.
I suppose it has to be X's own Neil Blake now, wouldn't it?
X's O'Neill Blake.
So where did we finish in the 2018-19 season? This is the season where Martin O'Neill ended the season as our manager. JJ, stop that. I'm not listening to that. No, thank you.
Nope.
No lad baby for you.
Nope.
You're very welcome, everyone. So this is the season that ended with Martin O'Neill as manager. Christ, that's turned sour, hasn't it, on the Martin O'Neill?
Yeah, he did a TalkSport interview. The winner after this gets the football prizes £10 site credit, by the way.
Ooh, what a dubby.
And it is who's top. It's not if you've won a sign, if you've won another one.
Yeah,
It doesn't
whoever's
matter.
top,
Whoever's top wins this one.
Fair is fair. Fair is fair.
Fair is fair, Jacob. You're right.
And once again, you're very welcome for us not playing Lad Baby.
I think it plays on their phone as well, so
Oh,
hopefully you've all
there you go.
paused it.
We're all the way from 12th to 10th. Oh, wow, okay.
We've got a few even further down.
10th to 16th, and the answer is
It is Martin O'Neill after all.
9th. So this is the season I believe we started with Ita Karanka, who basically had enough of Fabaz's nonsense and knocked it on the head. On the
I
car
still
park.
think we would have gone to playoffs had we stuck with Karanka, or if Karanka didn't leave. But there you go. Who knows?
I still think Karanka was, the football was
It was dull.
atrocious.
But 3 people got that right. How does that affect the leaderboard? Will keeps his top spot. Shybrook Reds now goes down to 3rd, and Knock on Wood goes to 2nd.
go.
With Jacko up 5 places, becoming the highest climber. So Will, well done. Again, just get in contact with us. We'll arrange your prize. So you've won 2 prizes now. That's a sign.
Shybrook Reds have took 2.
Will's took
Brian
2.
Knock on Wood have took a sign. Here we go.
Come on.
So round 7, the last round, 5 questions, and the overall winner at the end of this will win the £75 gift card to use on the Forest official Forest store.
And £75 only gets you 1 Forest shirt these days. Can you believe that?
Absolute shambles, in my opinion. I think £40 is plenty for a football kit. What year did we move from using the City of Arms of Nottingham as our club badge to the tree? It's 1970, 1974, 1975, or 1980.
The best club badge in football. Nick Hemphill, Martin O'Neill was sacked on his birthday. That's a great birthday present.
To be honest, given how he acts right now, he probably deserved it.
Yes. I think he was the wrong person at the wrong time.
Roy Keane went first, didn't he?
Roy Keane did go, I think.
Yeah.
I think Martin O'Neill a bit
10
earlier on would
years
have been
too late,
good.
wasn't it? 10 years too late.
12 people got that right.
1974, correct. So it's often attributed wrong to Brian Clough in 1975, but it was 1974. Question 2, which is a multi-select.
But it's a double point.
Double points. Woo! In Cloughie's final season, Forest were relegated from the Premier League, but which 2 teams were relegated with us?
We've got to select 2 answers here, and you only get the same amount of points. But it is double. We have to select the 2 answers.
The Eagles, Crystal Palace, the Latics, Oldham Athletic, the Saints, Southampton, or Borough?
They must
Is it
have a
just
different
Borough?
nickname to Borough.
What's their logo? Is a griffin or something like that, isn't it?
You Google Middlesbrough. Let's see what they say.
Middlesbrough.
I'm on the edge of my seat. I need to know this. Borough. There you go.
Cool. Okay. There we go. Borough.
That's boring, isn't it?
Borough. Borrow.
Middlesbrough.
Borough.
I've actually spelt it wrong in the question. It's actually Middlesbrough, not Middlesbrough.
Oh, Joshua, come on now.
Rookie mistake.
You're. So the correct answers were Crystal Palace and Middlesbrough.
There you go.
8 of you got Palace, and 11 of you got the Borough.
How does that affect the leaderboard?
Will.
It doesn't.
Will has just flown up. Good Lord. Faye's the highest climber, up 4 places. So Billy Davis replaced Colin Calderwood in. You haven't put the year, Joshua. Well done. But which Premier? So the day before Billy Davis was announced, we beat a Premier League team in the 3rd round of the FA Cup. Which one was it? Chelsea, Arsenal, Leeds United, or Manchester City? So that's the Lions, the Gunners, the Lily Whites, or the Citizens.
Sky Blues.
That's Coventry.
Oh, there you go.
Coventry.
And there is Mr. Billy Davis himself.
The correct answer is Manchester City, who actually paraded Wayne Bridge at halftime, who at the time was the most expensive fullback in the world. That worked out well.
But they went on to do some good stuff.
They did.
Nothing's changed. Will has a streak of 17.
17
That's
correct answers in a row.
Unbelievable.
17 in a row.
I tell you what, Will.
He's not in the house, don't worry.
You're a good Googler, I'll tell you that.
This season, we signed Anthony ELANGA from Manchester United, but what national team does he play for?
Because this one is easy, it's double points.
Sweden, the Netherlands. Why you put Holland? That's not a country.
I don't know.
Senegal or Belgium?
Mangala. 17 got that right.
And that is Sweden. Absolutely correct.
I'm not so surprised saying it will still at the top.
Here we go. Knock on wood. Shirebrook Reds. Shirebrook Reds, that may be the hardest fall from grace ever known to man.
Stoke class day.
There you go. So this is the last question of the quiz. So this 2004-2005 season saw us relegated from the Championship. Who was top goal scorer that season with 11 goals in all competitions? Chris Commons, Gareth Taylor, Andy Reid, or Marlon King? So that's Judas Chris Commons, Manchester City ladies manager Gareth Taylor, Nottingham Forest coach Andy Reid, or
Marlon King.
Didn't he get to jail? Did he go to jail?
I think he did go to jail, but
She said no, Marlon. Yeah.
Oh,
that was the song, wasn't it?
I think we should be careful saying things like that.
In this era of Me Too, he would not have been allowed to carry on playing football, would he, my mate? Same as Lee Hughes.
Well, let's move on from that subject. Chris Commons, Gareth Taylor, Andy Reid, or Marlon King? 11 goals in all competitions.
It still upsets me seeing Chris Commons' name. The correct answer, 5 of you got that right, was Gareth Taylor with 11 goals.
So that is the end. Thank you for taking part, and let's see what the podium looks like. I've got my suspicions who's going to be winning this.
Ooh,
so, in third place, Shirebrook Reds. You led for a long time. Congratulations.
God bless you.
Knock on wood. Well done. You did very well.
And in first place,
Will.
Good Lord, 33 and nearly 34,000 points.
With special mention to the runners-up, Hannah and Brian H. So, Will, get in contact for yet another prize, which is the £75 gift card. Twitter or Instagram, whatever you prefer. And then that is us. So, thank you very much, everybody. Jacob, any final words?
Thank you very much for playing. I really enjoyed writing the quiz questions. I know you've had a great time trying to figure out how YouTube works.
Yes.
It's been an interesting year supporting the Reds. Gone from the very sublime to the very ridiculous. After yesterday, I can only hope the only way is up. We'll be back. Oh,
there you go.
That's correct. That's correct. Absolutely correct. He was linked recently. I think it was with Wrexham, wasn't it? They had a bit of stumble at the start of the season. Now, I know I'm biased towards Billy Davis, but I think that would have been absolute liquid television gold.
It's Hollywood. It's Hollywood, isn't it?
William McIntosh Davies on Disney Plus.
There you go. Right, take us home, Jacob. Let's wrap this up.
So, if you're joining us for the first ever time, I know it's the quiz, but God bless you for joining us. We hope it's been fun. You're very welcome, Jordan Cope. Really appreciate the comment, mate. Jay-Z's going to put it on screen right now. Libosh. There we go. And if you come back again and again and again, people like Nick Hemphill, Jan, who did the fans view for us, we really, really appreciate it, guys. And look out for more Miss Rolling content in the new year. We love you.
You Reds.
You Reds.
And we still